Hey 49er fans, today's video is brought to you guys by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com/49ers for 20% off your first order plus free shipping. More details later on in this video, but the link is already down below in the description box, manscaped.com/49ers. All right, so a lot of news is broken for the 49ers over the past couple of, 24, 48 hours. I wanted to jump on here really quickly and update you guys. A lot of quarterback-driven news and some stuff that makes you kind of go, wait, they signed who? Wait, what? We'll break it all down here. Let's go and jump right into it with, of course, the signing of Josh Rosen. Yes, remember him? Former first-round draft pick of the Arizona Cardinals, and then, I guess, essentially draft bust from what was a very good draft with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen. Rosen was the forgotten quarterback, and now he is in San Francisco. So first off, the news we'll get to in detail a little bit later on. Nick Mullens done for the year with an elbow injury, meaning you need somebody to go ahead and back up CJ Beathard, who's going to start on Sunday, and that appears to be why they went ahead and signed Josh Rosen. He looks like he's going to go ahead and be some depth in terms of the quarterback spot, because right now, with everything going on in San Francisco, they need somebody in case Beathard were to get hurt on Sunday when they take on the Arizona Cardinals. Listen, Rosen provides the needed depth that, of course, they need, but it's interesting that they would have to go ahead and pick him out of any other free agent quarterback, because if you gotta remember, Rosen has been on the Tampa Bay Buccaneer practice squad all year long, of course, signed by Tampa Bay. Many Tampa Bay fans were saying, oh, he gets to learn and be the backup underneath Tom Brady. Not been the case. He has not been a backup. He's been a practice squad player all year long, and now comes in to possibly be the backup here in San Francisco for the next couple of weeks until either, I guess, Jimmy Garoppolo comes back, which we talk about today in this video a little bit later on, or Josh Johnson comes off the COVID list. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, but of course, it all stems from the fact that Beathard will now start on Sunday due to the fact that Nick Mullens is now injured, leaving us to get, I guess, one final look at CJ Beathard before he becomes a free agent in 2021, as him and Nick Mullens are both free agents here coming off this offseason. First off, you guys should be subscribed for all the latest news all year long, because right now we're jumping on here for kind of this is a surprise 49er report. We did one a couple days ago. All the news, though, means that I got to come on here and give you guys the update. So subscribe for that, because we're working here on Christmas week. That way you guys are up to date on your beloved San Francisco 49ers. As we said, Josh Rosen, former first-round draft pick. This guy had said he'd be the best quarterback in the draft a couple of years ago, and turns out he was the worst quarterback in the first round. Did not make it in Arizona, traded to Miami, did not work there, was cut, signed now a practice squad guy in Tampa Bay, trying to go ahead and revitalize his career. There's a chance he can technically play, because as you look at the 49er quarterback situation, Josh Johnson, the other practice squad guy they signed a couple of weeks ago, is on the COVID reserve list and is not expected to be available on Sunday, meaning you have one healthy quarterback, which is CJ Beathard, because Mullens, of course, is done. And, of course, Jimmy Garoppolo not ready to go on Sunday. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. But it's a fascinating situation that the 49ers now presented with here on what is a crazy week with Christmas on Friday. And then, of course, the Niners going ahead and playing on Saturday at Arizona. Now, they should be better against Seattle in a couple of weeks just because of the health. Josh Johnson should be off the COVID list. Garoppolo possibly comes back, so Rosen might even be a one-game backup. But he is currently signed and will be a Niner at least for Sunday. And it's interesting, it all comes full circle playing the team that drafted him like 10th or 11th overall, the Arizona Cardinals. What's your guys' interest level in the Rosen signing? We lead it off here with the video. He's a big-name guy. He's a name that we all recognize. But to me, it's like, okay, you just get him that depth in case someone gets injured. It's not a big deal. My interest level is like a 4 or a 5. What's yours on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me know down below right now in the comments section. Now, this does all come from the fact that Nick Mullens is done for the year. And a lot of people miss this on Twitter. People are watching the NBA news on Twitter, and they kind of miss the whole fact that Nick Mullens has an elbow injury, and he's done. He will not be playing another game this year for San Francisco, and could be done for the entire, his entire San Francisco career, because he's a free agent here at the end of 2020 and going into 2021. Here was Niners Nation, a good write-up on Mullens saying, quote, Nick Mullens needs surgery on his right elbow after suffering a, quote, pretty serious injury against the Cowboys. Shanahan said that there was a possibility Mullens would need Tommy John surgery. He also added that he thinks Mullens was starting because he had been better than CJ Beathard in camp, practice, and games. Doesn't matter now because Beathard is your starter with Mullens suffering his injury. Interesting, a Tommy John surgery. You recognize that name. That's what a lot of pitchers have when they've kind of thrown their elbow out and need to go ahead and recharge the elbow, get it fixed to be able to get the heaters back up there over 100 miles an hour. So it's a crazy freak injury. You don't see happen a lot in the National Football League. You wonder when it happened in the Cowboy game. Possibly during the strip sack would be my guess, but could have come at a different time. But either way, Nick Mullens, who had filled in, whether admirably or not, I thought he did an up-and-down job, as everyone was commenting and saying. A lot of turnovers, but still some good throws as the Niner quarterback. Just not enough wins. And honestly, if they had won a couple more games, the Niners would be in a position to be a playoff team, and yet here we are, 5-9, no chance of a playoff spot, even if the Niners go ahead and win out. So for me, it's like, listen, I appreciate what Nick Mullens was able to do. I still consider him one of the better backups in the National Football League. And if the Niners do not resign him after this year, he will be signed somewhere else. I mean, mark my words. He will be a backup quarterback and a quarterback on a roster at some point in 2021. Will it be with the Niners or not? I have no idea. But I do appreciate what he was able to do, and I wish him, of course, a happy and healthy recovery. Drop a like just to agree that he needs to have a fast recovery, and you wish him a fast recovery, because love him or hate him, he was the starting quarterback and filled in, to me, better than a lot of other backups could have done in his similar shoes going into the Jimmy Garoppolo injury. Now that leads us into the Garoppolo news of the week, and that is the 49ers have opened up Garoppolo's practice window, meaning they have 21 days to get him practicing, or they can go ahead and just put him back on IR, and he'll be officially done for the year. But everyone seems to be indicating that even though he's a long shot to play on Saturday, against Arizona, he's expected to have a shot to play on Sunday, 2 Sundays from now, in Week 17 against the Seattle Seahawks. My whole thought on this, one is like, okay, great that Garoppolo's starting to be able to come back and getting healthy from that high ankle sprain, but do we really need to see Jimmy Garoppolo play again this year? Like, does he really need to go out there and play one game against the Seattle Seahawks? What's it going to do? I mean, like, seriously, have you not seen enough from Garoppolo in the 2+ seasons he's been a Niner to decide if you want him to be the quarterback in 2021? Does one game against Seattle make or break his future? No, it just doesn't make any sense. I have no idea why they want to go ahead and rush him out there to get him to play, dealing with a high ankle sprain that he tried to play on it, remember before he went again on IR, and then he played on it again, and it was like got injured again. I mean, yeah, it's weird to me. It's a little bit strange. I get that they might need a body out there just because of the whole, COVID with Josh Johnson and signing Josh Rosen, and so you're kind of low on the depth chart. Nick Mullens gets injured. But to me, it seems a little strange they want to go ahead and put him back on the football field for a meaningless final game when he has not played in weeks due to what it was a pretty serious high ankle injury. I'll ask you guys this question. You guys want to see Garoppolo play one game? I mean, like, you want to see him play against Seattle? I guess, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Type 1 down below for yes, type 2 down below for no. I, for one, am like, impartial. To me, this is not a big deal. I don't need to see him out there, but maybe you want to see him play one more game. That way you can decide if he's the quarterback of the future. I don't know. Before we keep going, big shout out to our friends at Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Go ahead and pick up the Manscaped Perfect Package. All you gotta do, go to manscaped.com/49ers, get 20% off your order plus free shipping. This, to me, is the ultimate travel gift and really manscaping tools and accessories that you need to stay and looking your best, even when you're like me, at home currently, away from my home in Atlanta, at home visiting the family, and I keep all my stuff, you can't see it, it's off camera, in the bathroom right over there, all my Manscaped products, the Perfect Package that they sent me. Fantastic. The Lawnmower 3.0, I do not travel anywhere without it because it is the best grooming tool, in my opinion, you can possibly get out there. The little razor guard, keep yourself from nicking yourself, fantastic. I encourage you guys to check that out and pick one up right now. Manscaped.com/49ers. Link is down below in the description box. Get 20% off your first order and free shipping. So if you ever want to try it, now is definitely the time to go ahead and do that. Jump on that deal right now. Okay, final news here, and that is that George Kittle is expected to play on Sunday. Now, not guaranteed. Don't quote me saying, Mott said for sure, but it's looking like he's going to play on Sunday after being out for a very long time. I mean, go back to Week 8 was the last time we saw Jimmy Garoppolo on the football field. Even though they're out of the playoffs, just kind of goes to the idea of, like, why are we risking George Kittle to be out there when you don't really need him to? But I digress. He is expected to be able to have a chance to play on Sunday, and if he doesn't play on Sunday, he will for sure play against the Seattle Seahawks because he's that close in terms of the injury timeline. Here was Kyle Shanahan, short and sweet, when asked about the Kittle injury. Quote, "If he's good, I plan on playing him." There you go. And listen, George wants to play. He said he wants to play, but to me it's like, if this was a meaningful game they had to win to stay in postseason contention, yes, play him. But for a meaningless game, that gets them to what, 6 wins if they win or 10 losses if they lose? Why? Why are we rushing George Kittle back? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer here because you're going to want to watch the game on Sunday and maybe you want to see George Kittle. You got your Kittle jersey on. You're like, yeah, I want to see George Kittle. But is there really a reason? I know, worst case scenario, glass half empty thought process here, knock on wood, he were to get injured. What if he were to blow his ACL or blow his Achilles? It's like a year-long injury. Could miss part of the 2021 season. To me, not worth it. Now, the doctors would not put him out there if he wasn't ready to go and they'd have high risk of injury, so I trust them to do the right thing. And playing him apparently is the right thing. But for me, it's just like, strange. Should he play on Sunday if he is healthy? I do not think that he should, but I'll see what you guys think in the comment section down below. Crazy news week. I mean, it's interesting. It was interesting a week with the news here and the Rosen signing and the Mullens injury, the Tommy Johns, Josh Johnson, COVID, Jimmy Garoppolo returning, and George Kittle playing Saturday against the Cardinals. Excuse me, not Sunday, Saturday against the Cardinals. Broke it all down here for you guys during the 49ers Report. Hope you guys appreciate that. Working during the Christmas week. That way you guys can be informed on your beloved San Francisco 49ers. Ultimately, for today here in the 49ers Report. Quickly, big shout out to each and every one of you guys. Merry Christmas. Have a great week. I appreciate all you guys do in terms of watching and enjoying the videos. That way we can make more for you guys. And I hope you guys have a great, happy, healthy, and safe Merry Christmas. As we go ahead and sign off for Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, night, and Christmas holiday week.